guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I am doing a review for Real Heroes issue 1. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 41, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show on Comic Frontline. And also last week, that was the only place I reviewed my comic review. So if you haven't checked out Comic Uno episode 40, you should check that out. But let's talk about Comic Uno episode 41's exclusive comics. We got Furious issue 3. The Bunker, issue 2. Hawkeye, issue 18. Rogue's Rebellion, issue 6, which is last issue. Hellboy's 20th Anniversary Sampler. The Flash, issue 29. The Wake, issue 7. Marvel Knights X-Men issue 5, another last issue, and Red Lanterns issue 29. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 41, which will be annotated. But let's talk about Real Heroes issue 1, which is a new Image comic, which I did get printed. Usually I get these comic books digitally, but this week I did get it printed because I was super excited for this story. Once I heard it, I really liked the premise of it, which I'll get into, and it really intrigued me. So I did get it printed and to see what it's all about. And I recognized the writer was the same one who did America Has Power, which was a pretty good story. It just was delayed a lot, so that's why I ended up not reading the whole thing. But what I did read was pretty solid, pretty okay story. So I was looking forward to this to see if it would be the same vibe. So love the cover. We get to introduce all our main characters, which I think they did really well with this first issue. I really know who all these characters are, and their different personalities, and why we would like them. And that's something we really need with these, especially with the indie titles, issue 1s, because with indie titles, these are completely new characters, so you really need to enjoy the character from issue 1, that way you can continue more of the series. So yeah, really like the cover and like the introduction to these characters. And art's pretty cool too. But let's see what's going on with the story. So what is this premise about that I was intrigued about was that these actors who are pretty much like the Avengers in a way. Think Avengers, that's really what you think about. They have their sequels to the Avengers movie. It's called like Olympus or something. And this is, I would say, a superhero of another world, you know, it's celebrities, and we get to see exactly their personalities. The main guy, he's pretty nice, you know, just texting his mom. He's a pretty nice guy, he seems like. And then there's the actress who really doesn't want to deal with shit. There's the rapper who became an actor, the guy who does drugs, you know, so we get to see every different type of actor and see their face in the public eye and what they do when they're alone or as a group, and how they think about their own movie. So we get to see they're at their premiere, and the studio buys this robot that's part of their movie. It's like, oh cool, that's gonna get people excited, and it seems like they care about their fans and everything. But we find out it's a ploy. This thing is real, so they're trying to escape from it. People are throwing up, and they're trying to escape, and now they're in another universe, and their universe is actually their movie's universe, where the Olympus and all of them died, so their characters died, and now they're the only ones to save this post-apocalyptic New York, which is actually right after 9/11, because they did show that towards the movie also. It has ties to 9/11, which I didn't quite get why I'd be tied to 9/11, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, I think the premise is still really solid. I liked it. I really like the idea of celebrities who play superheroes having to be superheroes, and that's something, again, that intrigued me to the series, you know, first of all. I think the art's pretty good. I would say the art's good, but the coloring blends in a little bit too much. I don't really like how they're using so much orange. Really, the whole entire thing is orange and blends in a little bit too much, especially with those action scenes. It feels very cluttered, and I think I even showed, yeah, right here. I feel like this could have been a little bit brighter without all the orange. So I do like the art, not quite loving the coloring. So hopefully they do change that up as the series goes on, which it seems like at least towards the end we're getting a couple of different colors besides orange, which is like the whole entire issue. So other than that, I feel like going into this other world was a little confusing. How they went into the movie universe, I guess that's what we're going to have to find out throughout the whole series, of who made this robot and if this is actually another universe. I think that was a little confusing and was a little sloppy in a way. They could have came up with a better idea for these people to get powers or become superheroes. I don't know. It was kind of stupid in a way. But I still do like the premise enough to get the next issue. But yeah, there are weird parts like that to actually get to the story. it was a little strange. But I do like the characters, like I said in the beginning of this review. I think the characters are really intriguing. They set them up very well with this first issue, but it's not a perfect issue at all. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I'm going to probably get the second issue digitally. I don't think I'll continue printed. But I am going to continue the series to see where it goes, at least for another issue or two, to see if it gets more ridiculous or it actually starts getting really cool, seeing these celebrities becoming heroes and maybe seeing their real characters shine in a way, because we get to see kind of the fakeness of who they are, and I'm really excited to see who these characters become, and will they go back to their regular Earth and be these heroes? I'm hoping that's the direction they do go, and this could just be one adventure of how they get their powers. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5. Not a bad issue, but it could have been a little better. I think I had a little bit more hype for this one. But I still think you should give it a try. It's still a really cool premise that I'm excited to follow for the next issue. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their own situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.